Tucked away in the heart of Kerala, hidden behind the coconut trees and generations of stories, lies a piece of my history and a piece of Kerala's as well. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is very personal as I'm standing in front of my ancestral home, a 600 years old Ettukettu, a traditional Kerala mansion. This is Taravad, the ancestral home of Agathuti Panikar, the commander of the army of Odenadu, a principality established in the 11th century and ruled in the area what we call as Mavelikara, Chengannur and Karunagapalli. So over here you can see my family members, my mother, her sisters, her cousin and my father as well as his brother. So the temple that you see over here is in honor of Agathuti Panikar. It is called the Yogeshwara temple, a shrine to a man who led, fought and built. This is not just a place of worship, it is where our story begins. And you can see over here is what it used to be the kitchen of this majestic house, and unfortunately none of it exists now and it is in a completely dilapidated situation. And if you walk a little further to the corner of this property, you have a big nice mango tree as well as a rock well which is as old as the house itself. What I can say, it has quenched thirst of people of generations and the well is still in pretty good shape, I can say. So now we are just going into the house to explore it from inside. So this is not just a fortress of stone or wood. Built in the traditional Kerala style called Ettukettu, it's a design that meant to bring life, light, culture and strength together. And at its heart, you have this Nadumutam. Nadumutam is nothing but an open courtyard that draws sunshine and rain well into the house. And on its sides, there are rooms, living chambers, study rooms, gathering spaces. Each has its own purposes. And you can see there is a showcase also over there. And on the sides, you can see a lot of furnishings. You have a table and chairs over there. And look at the toggle switch. These are the switches that used to be, that has been in use in the olden days. Even I remember in my olden house we used to have such kind of switches, but no longer is being used. So that is one thing there. You have a court as well, and we are just back to this place where a showcase is basically kept. And the important thing over here is if you look up, you can see the finely crafted wooden paneling on the ceiling, the beams that speak of master carpentry. So look at that, how exquisitely this has been carved. And not to forget, this has stood the test of time. The wooden paneling, all these things has stood the test of time. Now we are going into one of the rooms. As you can see, this is a room. And on the side, you also have something called the Patayapura, which is basically a granary. So where we used to store rice, pulses, herbs, medicines and whatnot. So these are the things that is being stored over here. So this house basically hasn't just nurtured soldiers or healers. It is also a place that has been, lovers of art. Music, Kathakali has also been practiced over here. They were great patrons of these kind of arts. And my immediate ancestor is called the Chengalat Kunyalan Vaidya. So he is basically my great-grandmother's father, who was a well-known Ayurvedic practitioner and a great healer, and he was well-known over the villages during that time. But unlike many parts of India, in Kerala, the communities basically are matrilineal and matrilocal, which we also called Marumakatayam in Malayalam. In the system, the lineage, inheritance, property, identity flow through the female line, from mother to daughters, from brother to sisters, children. Husbands often move into the family of the wife, which is basically matrilocal, and children belongs to their mother's family. So this is very different from most parts of India, where patrilineal descent is the norm. Marumakatayam is often considered a non-Aryan tradition because in Aryan tradition, it is always patrilineal. So this older, ingenious, very rooted tradition in the social life has been kept for a very long time by my family. Well after it has been scraped while low, I can say. Another tradition, and even frowned upon in other parts of the country, is that of the cousin marriage. In many parts of India, this is a taboo. But here in Kerala, it made perfect social and economic sense for certain communities. So it was actually a logical, well thought out way to preserve property, ensure familiarity, and strengthen the family ties in those days. So these practices, which stood this Aryan influence, they stand as quiet yet powerful acts of resistance. Resistance not through confrontation, but through continuity of their indigenous practices of this sort. And that is the beauty of it all. Hinduism is not a monolith, it never was. From the snow carved temples of Kashmir to the sacred groves of Kerala, from Vedic chants of Brahmins unto the tribal rhythms of the forest dwelling community, we are many and we are plural. And no one is a lesser Hindu because they practice differently. Because, they remember their roots. This is particularly relevant in a time when majority narrative often tries to force singular language, singular food habit, and a singular way of being Indian. The quiet resilience of communities like ours is a powerful reminder that India was never meant to be uniform. It was always meant to be united in diversity. So here is to unbroken traditions, to indigenous systems, and to those who kept the fire burning inside while the world around them changed. To being Indian in our own way, to being a Hindu in our own way. So that was all about the video. We delve a lot today into history of Kerala and our family's history in particular. We did also delve a lot about the Aryanisation of the society as well as the resistance of the local indigenous community against that. So I hope you did enjoy my video, and if that is the case, please don't forget to subscribe.